This week on Scotty's Garage, I need to organise Scotty's Garage. I mean, look at this place. It's a pigsty. So I've been away in the US for a few weeks, and obviously in the lead up to that trip, I wasn't totally focused on what was going on in Scotty's Garage. I was kind of opening the door and just throwing stuff in there, and the place needs a super tidy up. Half the problem is that I've got all my tools just scattered on benches and stuff because I don't have a proper toolbox. But I fixed that. The other day, I managed to pick up a good second-hand gear wrench, big roll cab. So I've just picked that up. We're going to get that into the shed, which means I can put my king chrome top on it, which means I can put all my tools away finally, get some organising done in this place, and then I'm going to move some cupboards around or give some to my wife so she can do some organising as well, and then I'm going to buy some proper racking for in here as well. So we can get this place sorted properly, give myself some room so we can get stuff done. There's lots to do, but first, this place needs a proper tidy up. Come on. All right, turning right. Turn. Turn. All right. A little bit more. Oh, Jesus. All right, I guess that'll have to do. Okay. In we go. Right about there. There we have it. My precious. So, we bought ourselves a massive roll cab. It is second-hand, but in good condition. So now I need to go get my king chrome top out the back. It's not going to match, but hey, it's all about storing tools. That's all I care about. So, there we have it. Between these drawers and those drawers, I think we've got enough to keep us covered for the moment. Now, I'm going to put a rack over there. So I've got to go down to Bunnings, buy some sort of rack for there, and then I'm going to buy one for the other side as well. So I can get all this stuff off the floor onto racks, have my tools there, which is great. I'm going to have a space there next to my power points for a charging station. So charge anything that needs charging. So yeah, it's a good start. Looks like it's time to go to Bunnings. So it is the next day and I have some storage racks. So I went to Bunnings last night and I've got some storage racks. So over this side, I've got a 2 meter tall rack to go over there. And then on this side, I've got a 1.8 meter tall rack to go there. And then I've got some plywood here. So I've got 4mm ply. My wife wants to use this cupboard inside, except the back of it is a bit water damaged. So yeah, it's looking a bit sad. So what I'm going to do is rip the back off it and reface it with some fresh ply. So it'll be nicer to put inside. So we'll do that first and then I'll get to building the racks, because yeah, once I do this, she can go inside and then we can move on to the other stuff. So as you can see, some of those nails did not want to play the game. They're a bit rusty. So they either broke off or, yeah, did not want to come out. That's all right. We'll just tap them in, measure it up to size, cut our piece of plywood to size, cover it up, and we'll be good to go. Easy peasy. So now that the cupboard has a new back, I'm going to put in some shelving. So I already had some shelves pre-cut, but I had nothing for them to sit on. So I ducked down to Bunnings again, grabbed some 30 by 40 to put in the sides here. And that way it'll give the shelves something to sit on. I've already cut some pieces up here. So I'll just mark a line with my trusty pen. So we go there to there. So I've already pre-marked where this is going to be. So there to there. All right. So I'll just sit my insert in there. I've got some 28mm long screws. I'll just go in from the side, probably 4 screws a side. And yeah, we'll get 3 shelves in there. So I've already measured up what height I want for my top shelf, and then I'll work out the heights of the next 2. I've got some tubs in there that I want to put in there. So this will be my Scotty's Garage merch storage, basically. So yeah. Anyway, let's do some screwing. About there-ish. Another one about there-ish. Then divide and conquer. Okay. 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 Shelf. Right, let's give it a test. way to there. Across to there. There we go. That's not actually what I had planned for up there, but it gives me an idea of how it's going to work. So 2 more shelves in there. We'll work out how high these are. Get in our shelving. Should be sweet. Right, now it's time to assemble some shelving. So this stuff's pretty easy to assemble. The main thing is just working out, you know, which is top and which is bottom. And it's basically the holes have to go that way. Okay, that's important because that's where the slots need to sit down into. So you get your little feet, put them on the bottom. Now, I haven't actually used one of these kits before. This is the 600 kilo per shelf kit. I would have liked to have gone the 1,000 kilo per shelf kit, but you know, it's a lot more expensive, so trying to save a few dollars, obviously. Oh. And I figure all my heavy stuff is on that 1,000 kilo per shelf kit over there, so this side's not going to see anything like the weight of that stuff, so I think 600 kilos per shelf is enough. The instructions are definitely made for someone with much better eyesight than me. Everything's so small. I mean, it's easy to read, but just seeing the detail, you keep trying to go zoom, zoom. Doesn't work on the paper. Anyway, it's kind of common sense though. The way you put the bars here have to form a shelf, so you basically need to orientate it that way. I'll show you how. So the instructions will say, use another person and start from the bottom, but I don't have another person. And if you start from the top and use the wall, you can make it happen. So now I've got the basic top of the frame done. Now I put in the bottom side, and it should all just lock in, and from there I can do all the shelves. Doesn't take long at all. All you need is a hammer. So when I mentioned before that they had to be the right way up to form a shelf, you can see the shape of the section there. If you have it that way, it forms a flat edge. If you try and have it that way, it's got a sloped edge, which obviously you can't sit anything on. So you want it that way, so it creates that flat edge. So now we need to turn that around, sit it in there, so it forms that flat edge and matches all the other flat edges. Right, so we've got all our main braces in. So now we're just going to put in our intermediate braces in there, and then our wire shelves go on, and it's job done. Pretty simple. There to there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we made a massive dent in the organising of the workshop. Obviously I didn't get as much done as I would like. There's still that entire rack to build, and that'll go in behind the camera there. And I need to sort through those boxes. I think half that stuff in those boxes can get thrown out. There's just stuff there that I've been holding on to for 20 years. And I figure if it's been in a box for 20 years and I haven't done anything with it, maybe it's time for it to go to the tip. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got our new toolbox. We've got one of our new racks. We'll get another rack in soon. I'm charging up the AU so we can back that into the shed, and I can get back into that hopefully next week, but we'll see. Still lots to do in here. But yeah, stuff is happening. Things are improving. We'll get this place sorted out, and you'll see all that on future episodes of Scotty's Garage.